Jericho Sims, Jackson Hayes, Robert Williams, and Ryan Kalkbrenner. What do those four names all have in common? They're all centers that live around the basket, right? They're also the only four players in the NBA with a higher true shooting percentage than Luke Kennard. The same Luke Kennard whose average shot distance is 17 feet from the basket. It is more likely that Luke Kennard hits a shot from this distance than Jordan Poole hits a shot from this distance. It is more likely that Lou Dort will try and injure someone during a game than Luke Kennard is to miss a three-point shot. To put it simply, Luke Kennard is on track to become the greatest three-point shooter ever. Well, okay, the most accurate three-point shooter ever. There's just one slight problem. He doesn't shoot enough. Because in a league where guys who aren't even good three-point shooters will take several three-pointers a game.
No. Oh my goodness, Valentine!
No.
Whoa, no!
Luke Kennard is literally more likely to hit a three-point shot than to miss, yet for some reason, he still hesitates. I don't know about you guys, but the second I hit a three in an open gym, I'm getting into my Luka Doncic heat check step back bag from 30 feet out. I'm turning into LaMelo Ball sidestep one-legged three from 30 feet.
Going up.
And if I was shooting 50% like Luke Kennard, forget about it. You would never get the ball again. And you might be thinking, well, that's why his percentages are so good. Because he refuses to take difficult shots. You mean shots like this, where he runs off the Vando screen, gets a second screen from Timmy, and no hesitation with TJ trailing, he just nails the three. Or a shot like this, where this time he gets the screen again, passes up the first shot, puts it on the floor, kicks it to Vando, swing, 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 sidestep, splash. But that first action from Luke is exactly the kind of thing his teammates are talking about. That's a shot he can take and make. And it ended in an even better shot for the Lakers, but when they run an action for Luke to get the ball on the move, they want him to shoot. No hesitation, no second thought. You're literally the most efficient shooter in the NBA. If you are hesitating, no one in any profession should ever be confident in what they do. And when I say he is on track to be the most accurate shooter ever, only one player has a higher three-point percentage than Luke Kennard, Steve Kerr. And Luke has already made over 250 more three-pointers than Kerr. But Luke is also catching Steve Kerr, because since 2021, he has shot 46% from three. That doesn't sound like a real stat. Over his last 1,600 three-pointers, he has made 738. That is a 5-year sample size of Luke Kennard almost making half of his threes. And the craziest part is, he's not just some one-dimensional shooter either. And so far this season, Luke is on track to have shooting splits of 50, 50, 90. We've all heard of the 50, 40, 90 club, such a prestigious group of players. Well, the 50, 50, 90 club would include one player, Luke Kennard, if he continues at this pace. And he's not just doing this on threes and layups. Just look here as he gets the handoff from Hayes, and look how quickly he gets around the screen with the in and out dribble, and fading, he just buries the jumper. Or this time where he gets the screen from Hayes, and he just gets Spencer on his back and bullies him to the exact spot he wants to get to, and then rises up. Do you want to hear something crazy? Luke Kennard is shooting 73% on pull-up two-point shots. That's a small sample size, but he shot 48% last year, and for his entire career, he has been above 45% on pull-up two-pointers, which is ridiculously good. But just like his three-pointers, he doesn't take enough. And this is the thing with Luke Kennard that is so frustrating, and it's been the same thing ever since he was drafted. A lot of people look at the numbers or see a few clips and think he is just specifically a knockdown three-point shooter. He can handle the ball, he can play make, he can get to the mid-range, he can even get to the rim. He has so much more to his game than just spotting up and shooting, but sometimes it's his confidence that just gets in the way of him being so much more than just a spot-up three-point shooter. Because if you go back to his third year in the league, Luke averaged 16 points a game and 4 assists. And as someone who watched him very closely that season, that was a more aggressive Luke Kennard. He was running pick and rolls, he was getting to his spot in the mid-range, he wasn't hesitating on shots, he was hitting pull-up threes, pull-up twos, getting to the rim, even getting to the free throw line. And yes, his efficiency did drop a bit. He didn't shoot 50, 50, 90 on 16 points a game, but he was still shooting 40% from 3. He was still averaging 4 assists per game. Now, no one's expecting this on a Lakers team with Luka, LeBron, Reeves, and of course, dominating. I mean, why would Luke even take 3-pointers in the first place? Why would anyone run any kind of offense when you can just feed Dominatin in the post, clear out, and let him go to work? This video is actually pointless because you can just give DeAndre Ayton the ball and just let him cook. But on a serious note, we're not expecting this kind of production on a team with so much talent, but if he could be even more aggressive, it would unlock the Lakers offense. In fact, he's already unlocked the Lakers offense, because with Luke on the floor, the Lakers offensive rating is nearly 9 points better, and it makes sense when he's making over half his 3-point shots. And not just that, but the spacing for Luka, Reeves, and Bron. But he needs to keep up this level of aggression at the very minimum. Because when I say every single teammate has said the same thing about Luke Kennard, this is what was said when he was on the Clippers. They told me since the beginning of the year to shoot the ball. Kawhi, PG, everybody, our leaders of the team told me to shoot the ball. And he said the same thing on Memphis, on Atlanta, and in 10 games with the Lakers, he has already said this: I will be aggressive. I know that's what they want me to do. I'm just having conversations with those guys, and I'm excited to do that. And if there is one person that should be able to unlock a shooter like Luke Kennard, it is one of the greatest shooters ever himself, JJ Redick, who Luke Kennard actually looked up to as a player. And JJ Redick is a perfect example of what Luke should be striving to do. Because during the peak of JJ Redick's career, he averaged 15 shots per 36 minutes. You compare that to Luke, who is averaging under 11 shots per 36 minutes, get those shots up. Even if his efficiency drops by 5%, even 10%, he would still be an incredibly efficient player. That's how good he is. He just needs to take more and more volume. And I don't care if it is Luka, if it is Austin Reeves, if it is JJ Redick, yeah, the white boy allegiance, they just need to do something to instill some of that confidence they have in Luke Kennard, because the Lakers will be so much better for it. That is my one wish. That's all. And another wish I have actually is for you to watch either of these videos if you enjoyed this one, subscribe to the channel, drop a like, have a great day.